And we welcome you into the next edition of Dodgers Down on the Farm for Oklahoma City, the AAA affiliate of the Los Angeles Dodgers and the Oklahoma City Dodgers. Had a very good week in Reno. They lost a bit of a disappointing game on Sunday. They had a lead for a while, but when you're in that environment, you're in the altitude, I should say, of Reno, and the ball just flies the way it does there in the biggest little city on earth is what they call it. Sometimes games can get away from you. So Sunday was a little bit of a disappointing way to end the great week at Reno, but the Dodgers went 4-2 on the week. They're still in first place in the Pacific Coast League. Now, last year they actually called it AAA West. They went back to calling it the Pacific Coast League this year. So the Oklahoma City Dodgers are in first place still in the PCL. So it was a good week for them. They have had a good year to this point. Jake Lamb is having a huge year. His average just went over 300. His OPS is around 1,000. He had a 2-home run game on Saturday night, and the first home run, I can tell you, was just absolutely majestic. I mean, he hit the ball. He turned on it over the right field wall, and he hit it, I think it was like 450 some odd feet, but it looked a lot further than that. He had 2 home runs on Saturday night. He backed that up with another home run on Sunday, and he is having just a mammoth year, and he leads Oklahoma City in just almost every statistical category. Let me look right here just to make sure. He actually leads Oklahoma City in home runs at 15. He leads them in batting average at 308. Or excuse me, his batting average is at 297. His OPS is at 969. And like I said, he had the 2 home runs on Saturday night and the 1 on Sunday, and he has had a huge year. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get to it. Let's talk Oklahoma City Dodgers, and let's watch some of the game video from last week in the big series at Reno. Welcome to AAA one, Mr. Jacob Amaya. This is his first hit for Oklahoma City. This is his first hit in AAA action, and yes, it was a grand slam. This young man, Jacob Amaya, just simply has it. He is full of magic, and he, like I said, his first hit in AAA was a home run. He opened up the game the other night, again, after this grand slam with Oklahoma City with another home run, and it was a 3-run shot, so its first 2 home runs with Oklahoma City was a grand slam, then a 3-run shot. That gave Oklahoma City a 9-4 lead. That would have been in the Friday night game. He had 2 hits in that game, 7 RBIs in the 2 games in a row, so he had a grand slam on Thursday, then a 3-run homer on Friday. There is Jacob Amaya. Welcome to AAA Oklahoma City, young man. Mitch White has had 2 starts back with Oklahoma City and has not allowed a run in his 11.2 innings. Let me say that again. He's had 2 starts back with Oklahoma City, Mitch White has, and he has not allowed a run in his 11.2 innings. He also has not walked a batter and has struck out 4, so hopefully he gets moved back up to L.A. very shortly. But Mitch White has done a fantastic job while with Oklahoma City. Watch these home runs for Jake Lamb. He had 2 home runs on Friday night. He had a home run on Saturday. He leads Oklahoma City in home runs now with 15. RBIs with 48. He leads the Oklahoma City, the AAA Dodgers, in batting average at 297 and in OPS at 969. He had 2 home runs again. I said on Friday night. It actually was on Saturday night. Then he hit another home run on Sunday afternoon for good measure to end the series with Reno, and he's now hitting 396 in June. This young man from Washington is simply having an amazing year, and surely he's pushing towards maybe a promotion. Who knows? We saw the Dodgers just got Trace Thompson today. I know they're looking for an outfielder and a right-handed stick. Neither one of them, which Jake has played an outing or 2 in the outfield for Oklahoma City, but he has mainly been a first baseman. He's played some third base, but the Dodgers are looking for a right-handed stick and an outfielder. He's not either one of those, but he certainly is having the best year for anybody in AAA Oklahoma City. Unfortunately, Justin Bruihl is back with Oklahoma City, but he certainly is making the most of his opportunities. On Sunday, he struck out 3. He threw up a 0 in his 1.2 innings of work. He had the good slider, as you'll see in this video, working. He had it going in on the hands to the back door of the Reno hitters. He paired that with a well-located fastball. His fastball, he was spotting up very, very well. There's that slider that cuts across against a lefty. There's kind of getting in on the hands, although it slid across the strike zone. You see an 87-hour good fastball that gets in on the hands and jams the hitter for Reno. But he has not given up a run in his last 2 2 outings. Look at that slider, how it started literally on the back pocket of that left-handed hitter and finished on the outer part of the plate. Look how everybody's just pulling off of that pitch. So that slider is devastating for Justin Bruihl. Jason Martin had a home run and a ground rule double with the bases loaded in Saturday's game, and at the time, he was hitting .298 with an OPS of .942. Dodgers looking for an outfield replacement. I know they brought up Zach McKinstry to replace Mookie Betts. Actually, it was in the Friday night game right before McKinstry was getting ready to hit. But if the Dodgers need an extra outfielder, Jason Martin is a great option. He's having a great year in AAA Oklahoma City. His last 40 at-bats at the major league level with Texas last year, he hit over 300. He's hitting almost 300 this year in AAA with a .298 average. His OPS is .942. He's from the LA area, so you know it would be a dream come true for him to make the big team with Los Angeles. So Jason Martin having a good year. The Dodgers front office has to be thinking at least a little bit about bringing this young man up who has major league experience, who's having a great year. He fits the culture. He's a wonderful young man. I have talked to him. So, the front office has to be thinking at least a little bit about this young man you see in your picture, Jason Martin. Congratulations to Aaron Oceanbine for getting promoted to AAA this past week. Oklahoma City, his first outing didn't go exactly as he planned, but hey, when you're pitching in Reno, it is a whole different deal because the ball simply flies in that altitude. At AA Tulsa, he had only allowed earned runs in 2 performances, and one of those was coming off the IL. So he had been just close to unhittable as you can get in Tulsa. So very well-deserved promotion for Aaron Oceanbine. He has a really good split-finger fastball, the good fastball as well. That's right now about 92, 93, and a good slider to pair with that. So can't wait to see him in person pitch in Oklahoma City. He is just one step away from reaching his dreams. John Pontier, a young man from Katy, Texas, is another pitcher in the Dodgers organization, easy for me to say, that is very good. He also brings major league experience from the Colorado Rockies. Now, he was injured most of last year. He rehabbed, so he's just now getting healthy again. He's just now using all the analytics and metrics that the Dodgers use to kind of put together a pitch portfolio that he's putting together one piece at a time and trying to mesh it all together and make it work. So this young man, kind of like Incy Almonte and guys like that, when he gets all this figured out and he puts everything together, watch out for him because he definitely is major league talented. He is just a wonderful young man. Whenever he is considering college opportunities, that athletics wasn't even a consideration. It was the education and the academics that he was thinking about. That's why he ended up at Rice. They happen to also have a great baseball program under Wayne Graham. So I love this young man and John Duplantier, and I love watching him pitch. He has that big breaking ball. So look for John Duplantier. Put him on your radar because he is very good. I'm glad that you tuned into the next edition of the Dodgers Down on the Farm AAA Oklahoma City edition. I also hope that you visit DodgerPokeReport.com on the internet, or you visit Dodger Poke Report on all the social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or TikTok. This is also going to be a podcast, so go to your podcast streaming service of your choice and search Dodgers Down on the Farm, or you can search Dodger Poke Report, but search Dodgers Down on the Farm. You'll find all the episodes on there, and don't forget to subscribe so each time Dodger Poke Report releases a new Dodgers Down the Farm episode, you will be informed and you will never miss a thing from Dodger Poke. As always, I'm glad that you've tuned in, and go Dodgers.